Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. So, how did you agree to do this? I know it's been several months in planning.
Well, oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'm very, very close with the president and founder, which is Nick Wyman of CWI. I've already been doing events here. I did Brawl of the Bush #1. Of course, this is Brawl of the Bush #2. I've also did events with him prior to that too. So I'm heavily in the market. I wrestle. I'm traveling all over the world. I'm pretty much wrestling almost every week. So that's one thing that Nick looks for me, not only because I'm Native American, being on native lands where we've been doing a lot of his events. Brantford's right on the Native American lands of Six Nations. So one of the reasons he wants me here is not only to represent, he's Native American, to represent the Native people, but he knows also I'm heavily out there working and wrestling and traveling all over the world, so I'm on top of my game. So I'm going to have an awesome match tomorrow night. I'm going to entertain the people. I mean, I already wrestled here last night, had a great match last night, so I'm primed, I'm ready to go.
I'm thinking back to the early 90s when you made your debut to the WWF, and how did the actual name Tatanka came about, and was it the first time that the WWF has a native wrestler, and how did that approach to
they had, but prior to me it was Chief Jay Strongbow. Chief Jay Strongbow, a very, very big name in the business, and he was like my mentor coming into one thing that Vince loved about me, that I was truly Native American, and because of that he wanted to make sure that I had the proper name, meaning that that I didn't misrepresent a whole nation of people. He didn't want to upset the Native Americans, so he actually asked me to research and find out a name for myself. When I first came in, they introduced me as Chris Chavis because I'm really Native American from the Lumbees, but our actual roots is actually Tuscarora. Tuscarora is from Six Nations. So he asked me to get the name. I did research, and Tatanka was one of the few Native American names that was basically one word. A lot of the other names, like 3 or 4, like Big Bear running in the woods. You can't use that for a reference. So when I've seen Tatanka, not only did it sound great for people to cheer, but when I gave it to Vince, Vince loved it because he said, "Oh, you're going to be just like a buffalo. You're going to run right over your opponents."
Oh, okay. And that's why you come out with the music playing.
But I'm running, and also I went undefeated, with the longest winning streak for 2 years, which still holds today.
I was reading a little bit about you, and it says you got offered, I'm not sure if it was NFL or CFL team, you got offered
NFL.
The NFL team,
Yeah,
right?
NFL, yes.
Yeah, but you declined.
Yes. What happened there is right when I was getting ready to, first of all, what I was doing was college, high school, I played for state champs, went on a football scholarship to college. From college, I had a free agent pick me up. That free agent gave me tryouts for the Miami Dolphins. I made all the tryouts with the Dolphins. I could have signed with them, but at that time, I was working for Bally's Corporation, which was a big health and tennis organization. I was making a 6-digit income. I was doing very well. But at that exact time is when I met a wrestling scout. Oh, good, awesome. I met a wrestling scout, and the wrestling scout actually started saying, "Man, you should get into wrestling. You should get into wrestling. You should get into wrestling. This is what you should do. You should get into wrestling." So finally, I met someone in the business, and he took me to go meet George Scott. I don't know, not George Scott. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, a legend in the business, like the 50s, 60s, right around there. So I met him, and from there, it took off. I mean, 1 year later, I was signed with WWE.
Oh yeah. You were wrestling WrestleMania. Not sure exact number. Was it 8?
Yeah, 8. Okay. Yeah, that's when it started. Yes, 8.
And so just how's the schedule like during these days? I imagine it'd be hectic.
Schedule when you're on a full booking contract, your schedule can be. My first 6 years, I was on the road 300 days a year. I've had tours where I'd be on the road for 60 days straight. Some of these guys have been on tours for 90 days straight. So I've been on tours.
Part of the contract, or how?
It just, when when you become one of the fan favorites, or also a villain in those days, WWF, we were real busy, man. I mean, we were doing a lot of events. So if Vince is using you, meaning you're one of his stars, I mean, we're doing shows 300 times a year.
Does it get like, I don't know, maybe, forgive me for asking this, but does it get like kind of tiresome or draining? Like,
of course it does.
The hell with this sometimes?
Oh, of course it does. And it's not that. I mean, we make very, very good money doing what we're doing. It's a very, very lucrative business. But more important than that, you know, it does get tiring, you know, because all the travel, you know, I mean, we travel all over the world. I mean,
what's the biggest like downfall? Like, I mean, is it besides the schedule? How safe was it back then?
Well, the business has always been a physical business. Even though that we don't go out there and we we're there to entertain people. We don't go out to intentionally try to hurt someone. But wrestling's always been physical. So again, guys get hurt, especially today. Guys are getting hurt all the time now because the bar of entertainment's been raised in our business. Now guys are doing crazy things that we didn't do 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So when you're wrestling in today's wrestling, or even basically for about the last 10 years, it's just the bar's been raised. It's so much more active now. Guys are doing so much more in the ring. Guys are getting hurt all the time now.
So one final question. I don't want to. Maybe there's someone else who wants to talk. Hopefully, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Yeah.
How has it evolved from maybe the last 20 to 18 years till now?
It's changed a lot. You know, first of all, you know, in the 80s and 90s, everybody had characters. You know, now you don't have characters. You have only a few characters, but majority, most guys come through the curtain. They have boots, knee pads, and tights, and that's it. You know, everyone looks the same. No one's unique. No one's telling a story. Also, wrestling's changed because you're having 12 pay-per-views per year, so you can't build up anything. I mean, the storylines are like lasting for a month, where back in the day, our storylines when we had feuds between two people, they would last as long as 1 year. So just a lot has changed. It's too much TV, too much pay-per-views, and again, not having characters, and the style of wrestling's changed. Meaning they don't tell a story like they used to tell a story in the ring.
About 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, well, really, everything really started stopping right around that, you know, 98, 99, right around there, 97. That's really when those storylines started stopping, and basically after 99, everything totally changed to what we have today. Yeah, but again, the fans love our era. That's the reason why guys like us, who are in shape and can wrestle, we're traveling all over the world, very, very active, because that's what the fans want to see. They want to see guys from our era.
You guys were responsible for bringing that dramatic element to it, like that character.
Oh yeah, character. You know, everybody, just like you, everybody's totally different. You know, Virgil, $1 Million Man, Brutus, everybody's total different characters. You know, when we come through the curtain, we don't look alike. You know, and a lot of us have total different styles of wrestling too. Where now, today, a lot of the guys, you know, when they're out there, they're very, very similar to each other. You know.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate the time.
You're welcome, man. My pleasure.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.